Yo, welcome to the New Normal Podcast. I want to tell everybody thank y'all for tuning in. If you just not got into the building, y'all make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all follow us on all social media platforms, the New Normal Podcast. We on Rumble, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Today I got a great conversation for y'all. We're gonna be talking about Obama and what he said on Michelle Obama's podcast, his wife, about having gay mentors. We're gonna talk about the Freudian slips that him and Michelle Obama has had over the past years about her being a man and her transitioning, and him calling his wife Michael and holding hands. We're going to be talking about Trump saying Obama set him up with the 2016 Russia shit. We're going to be talking about women having children over the age of 40. As a matter of fact, being baby mama over the age of 40. And we're going to be talking about this Anthony McNeil police body cam footage. Do y'all think it was justified? Do y'all think that he was in the wrong, or do y'all think he was in the right? Was the police in the right? Was the police in the wrong? So these are the things that we're going to be talking about today. And like I said, if y'all just got in the building, y'all make sure y'all like the video, make sure y'all share the video, and let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to talk about, boom, Obama being gay. Now, I was raised, you judge a person off, the fruit that they bear. You judge a tree off the fruit that they bear. And Obama has done a lot for the LGBTQIA plus community, way more than he's done for the Black community. And they continue, for some odd reason, to continue to talk about LGBTQ, trans issues, transitioning, having gay mentors and things like that. This is a forever topic with this Black couple. I don't know why this is a thing, but I also know that they latch everything onto civil rights, even the gay shit, the immigration, feminism, a whole bunch of stuff gets attached to civil rights movement. And actually those movements hijack what civil rights was to stand for. What you do in your bedroom is your business. I don't care if you like to, take Peter Walker up the Duke shoot. That's your business. I don't care if you like to be a carpet muncher or whatever. That's your business. And we need to keep the bedroom activities in the bedroom. I think most people would agree with that. Only people that would not agree with that are people who wants to be obnoxious, people who want to be degenerate, and people who want to put it in your face to make you accept it. And this is what they're trying to do. They're after your children. I'm gonna say that again. These people are after your children, and that is why Obama said in this clip, sometimes you need a gay man to help you with your child. So I'm gonna let you hear what he had to say.
That's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy,
one dad,
no matter how good the dad
is. He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
So this is weird. And I'm going to tell you why it's weird. One dad is not enough is a crazy fucking statement because it only took one dad to create that child. One dad and one mom. Now, I know a lot of people believe in this village mindset. I don't particularly believe in the village mindset, and that's how you get a lot of uncles fucking the kids. But that's another story for another day. To say that one dad may not be enough or your dad may not be enough is insane because soon as a Father's Day comes around, single mothers seem to be the mother and the father. It's crazy how a single mother can be everything, but when it comes to a father may not be everything or may not be enough. This is crazy that we have these people up here saying this, and this is supposedly supposed to be a father. And I guess he's okay with these people that surround his children because of their sexuality. And I guess if your, child just happens to become non-binary or gay, you might need somebody to help you navigate these spaces and say what you should or should not say. Like telling your child, son, you might be mentally ill, the reason that you're homosexual, or son, let's talk about it. Were you molested or was you sexually assaulted, the reason that you're gay? Why do you think homosexuality is the right way for you? Why do you think this is normal? Because we know that homosexuality is not normal. And we're always talking about mental health, but we also condone people, cutting off their pedo whackers and putting on pedo whackers and cutting their breast off there. We actually condone people mutilating themselves, which is insane to say the least. But we always wonder why they keep talking about all the psychiatric medications that they have been prescribing people over the years, and how each year it increases and increases, and how people seem to be more and more unhappy because, you're out here thinking that you're a man when you're a woman, or you're out here thinking that you're a woman when you're a man. No, you cannot be the opposite sex. Even though you say you feel comfortable as cosplaying as a man or a woman, you would never be that. You would never know how, if you're a man, you'll never know what pregnancy feels like, periods feel like, having those proper chromosomes, going through the ups and downs of the hormones and stuff like that, same as a woman pretending to be a man. You don't know that getting erect and first sticking the head in that vagina, that feeling, you know what I'm saying? You still got to go and put your scrap on in the dishwasher. I get it. It's heartening that you got to go and do that, but you will never know that feeling of first entering some very good vagina. And I know that sounds wild, but we see it all day. And there's a joke that's running on Facebook about how studs be in flicks and pornos fake moaning, which is insane and feeds more into their delusion. I know we've all seen it, and I know I'm the one here talking about it like I'm the only one that, watches these type of videos, but we've seen it. If we're being adults, you scroll TikTok, if you seen the girl on girl, flicks, you've seen these crazy motherfuckers act like they feel their scrap on being sucked. But let's talk about this next video. These next videos are the Freudian slips from Michelle Obama and Barack Obama. Let's see what they got to say.
I wanted to talk, Marlon, a bit about, just so proud of how you are being a role model for dealing with a child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a Black man. Would you care to share?
You heard what she said, her as a Black man. Now, it has been rumored that Michelle Obama is a man, right? If you watched her podcast, and I heard someone say this, they said her brother looks like a woman trying to be a man, and she looks like a man trying to be a woman, which is crazy to say, but it's spot on if you look at these people. Both of them, I don't know what it is about their faces, but it is something about their faces. I don't know if their faces have been augmented, has there been some plastic surgery, some hormonal therapy, but their faces, their skin, their bone structure looks kind of weird. Now, they could have came from some incestuous family. I have no clue, but the children don't have that weird face, and I don't believe that's their children. But that's putting my tinfoil hat on today. So let's hear what Barack had to say.
Walk with my husband Michael and hold hands. It's like a whole new world for me. Just walking and holding hands. Something that one of our fellow Americans for years could not do.
He said, sometimes I like to hold hands with my husband, Michael. And at the end, if you pay attention, he said, for years, this is something that our fellow Americans could not do. From my understanding, men and women could always walk the streets and hold hands, and had movies of them embracing each other and romance scenes. But the only people that I know that could not walk down the street comfortably would be two men and maybe 2 women. So these are Freudian slips that we are seeing from Michelle and Barack Obama. And let me tell you what a Freudian slip is, because y'all may not know. A Freudian slip is an unintentional error in speech or action that is believed to reveal unconscious thoughts or feelings. It's a common term popularized by Sigmund Freud, suggesting that our conscious mind doesn't always control what we say or what we do. And that is why we're talking about this today, because I'm going to tell you once again, you judge a tree by the fruit that it bears. Under Barack Obama, we had the restroom issue where these motherfuckers want to go and use the bathroom when all you do in the restroom is piss and shit. We had gay marriage, again, legalized under Barack Obama. I think the don't ask, don't tell was, maybe that was George Bush, but I think that was under Barack Obama too. Let me see if I tell y'all. When did don't ask, don't tell? Because I don't want to tell y'all anything wrong. So the don't ask, don't tell policy ended at September 20, 2011. Hold on, let me see. If y'all in the building, y'all make sure it was implemented in 1994. It ended under Barack Obama in 2011. Okay. So y'all make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all share the video. If y'all are watching, y'all make sure y'all like the video too. Make sure you tell your granny, your auntie, your boyfriend, your husband, your baby dad, your baby mama. Tell everybody about it. Your side chick, your side dude. Tell everybody about the New Normal podcast. Get the word out there. Help us grow this channel. But yeah, if you're watching and you see the bottom of the screen, yes, we're talking about Barack Obama being gay, the policies that he has, and the things that they talk about. And the reason we're talking about this today is because he went on his wife's podcast, Michelle Obama's podcast, and he was talking about having a gay male around because your father may not be enough. I see we had a lot of more people just came in the building. I'm going to replay the video for you guys.
That's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
Mm-hmm. One dad.
No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Another thing with Barack Obama, if y'all been watching him lately, he doesn't seem to have that, I guess, crisp or that je ne sais quoi when he speaks anymore. I think he lost like his, I guess, bravado when it comes to speaking, because he was known to be a good orator when speaking, but now it seems like he has a hard time getting his thoughts out. And I don't know if it's because he's getting older or he doesn't practice as much. He doesn't practice speeches as much. And maybe he just being more candid because he's on his wife's podcast. But it just seems like lately his power that he quote unquote had to like move a room has diminished. You know, that's crazy. Also, he talked about this right here, talking about if you say something crazy, I guess if you're dropping like F-bombs, you know, the F-A-G-G-O-T word, that might be considered dumb or, you know, socially unacceptable, because we have a group of people that need to feel included and not feel like they get ostracized. And sometimes some people need to get bullied. You know, when you do stupid stuff or stuff that's outside of the norm, there's correction in society, and kids typically pick up on weird shit before adults do. We get taught to lie. Don't say that. Don't do that. Quit staring. It's weird to do that. And kids understand at a young age, hey, something off about this pink haired motherfucker right here, or I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. Like, these are things that kids pick up quickly, but we indoctrinate our children as well. And what they're doing now, by the time, 2030, 2040 come around, it's just going to be normal and accepted that we have a lot of these people in our community. Now, granted, there are, gay people, but for how much they're trying to push it, the movies, the conversations, the things you can and can't say, it seems like this small group of people got a lot of money behind them, or got a lot of powerful people that identify with this community to keep pushing this narrative. Also, what's weird is how many people use their sexuality and identify with their personality. It is always weird to meet somebody and it's like, you meet a gay man and he's like, hi, my name is such and such, and I suck dick. Like that's weird. Y'all can't lie and say that ain't weird. It'd be weird to meet a guy, his name Patty. Hi, my name is Patrick, and I suck dick. Like, what the fuck? Like, why are you leading with that? Why are you telling us what you do in your bedroom? Your sexuality should not be who you are as a person. But so many people lead with that, which is always odd, which is always going to be weird. But people do it. That's neither here nor there. And I don't think most people give a fuck what you do in the bedroom. The reason that people care is because y'all make us care about these things. I'm gonna say it again. Most people don't give a fuck what you do in the bedroom. You guys make us care about what you guys do in the bedroom. So like I said, if y'all watching, y'all make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you share the video. The next thing we're finna go on and move on to is Trump. Trump said this. Now, the reason we're going to this is because Donald Trump is back on this 2016 Russia collusion, and Barack Obama was part of it and all of that. So I'm gonna just play the video and I'm gonna get my thoughts about this bullshit. Here we go.
The witch hunt that you should be talking about is they caught President Obama absolutely cold, Tulsi Gabbard. What they did to this country in 2016, starting in 2016, but going up all the way going up to 2020 in the election. They tried to rig the election and they got caught. And there should be very severe consequences for that. When we caught Hillary Clinton, I said, you know what? Let's not go too far here. It's the ex-wife of a president, and I thought it was sort of terrible. And I let her off the hook, and I'm very happy I did. But it's time to start, after what they did to me, and whether it's right or wrong, it's time to go after people. Obama's been caught directly. So people say, oh, a group. It's not a group. It's Obama. His orders are on the paper. The papers are signed. The papers came right out of their office. They sent everything to be highly classified. Well, the highly classified's been released. And what they did in 2016 and in 2020 is very criminal. It's criminal at the highest level. So that's really the things you should be talking.
Okay, so we see this, and my 2 cents to this shit is I don't give a fuck, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't give a fuck. Why does it always seem that y'all come out with this bombshell news? We had Epstein, we thought we was gonna get that, but y'all said there really ain't no list now. I guess nobody believes that. I don't think Epstein was as powerful as people try to put on, but I could be wrong. Do I think Epstein killed himself? No. Do I think Epstein is dead? No. And the reason I don't think that, because it doesn't make sense to kill him and leave Ghislaine Maxwell still alive, and that was his bottom bitch, or his girlfriend, or his sidekick. It would be crazy to kill him and you got this woman still alive. Even so much so that now everybody's like, question Ghislaine, question her. Because if that was the case and you knew she was around doing this stuff with him, every time you seen them take a picture, she was in the pictures as well. So she has to know where the bodies lay to. So that's why I say he's definitely not dead. I think he's still alive. They just used that and try to act like he did, but he's out living his best life. That's what I believe. Also, Trump was talking about Hillary Clinton, her emails, whoop, all of this shit, said that he was going to arrest her, and she, acid washed or bleached or whatever the fuck she supposed to did to the emails, and supposed to be giving top secret emails to other countries and selling these secrets and stuff. That was another thing. He just said in this video he let her go or whatnot. Whoop. Yeah. What the fuck it do? Okay, now we got Obama, and with the 2016 Russia collusion. At first, you said it was Hillary Clinton and her law firm and stuff like that, but now you got Barack Obama name signed on some papers, and Tulsi Gabbard has did this, elaborate cleaning of house, or doing some investigation. And all of a sudden, you want to blame Obama for the Russian collusion type stuff, right? I'm just getting tired of them playing in our faces. That's where I'm at with it. I'm getting tired of them saying they're going to do something and not doing it. They're saying they got this bombshell news and nothing comes out. They're releasing these files, but we never get to see them. And then we don't know if we actually get all of the files. We don't know if we get partial of the files. We don't know if that's truly the redacted shit, or, we have to just go on faith that our government is telling us the truth. And we know government lies. I'm just going to leave that there. We know that the government lies. I don't give a fuck if Obama did this or not, because Obama's not going to get arrested. Obama's not going to go to no trial. I just don't believe it. He just said he didn't want to arrest a wife of a former president, but you wanted to go and arrest the former president. That makes no fucking sense. If you was going to do anybody, you would make sense to arrest the former wife's president, because she wasn't a president. But now you're making a precedent going after a president if you decide to pursue these charges. I don't think we're going to see anything. Barack Obama walk around here, he on his wife's podcast, crossing his legs, talking about gay men and that type of stuff. I don't think we're going to see anything. Now, I could be wrong. Y'all could put in the comment section if you think Trump is actually going to pursue this. Tulsi Gabbard is going to actually pursue this. If y'all think the government is telling us the truth, I don't. We're not going to see anything. There will be no charges. They're going to be talking about this. And then it's crazy that you want to bring this up when everybody for the last 2 weeks has said, where the Epstein shit at? You said you was running on Epstein. Nah, don't try to flip the subject now. Don't try to flip the page now. We don't want to hear about Barack Obama. We want to hear about what Epstein got to say. We know what Barack Obama about. Barack Obama's about getting bent over a barrel and letting a man poke him in the booty. Okay, we get it. We know that Barack Obama is a homosexual man. We want to know why the fuck y'all ain't released that Epstein shit. That's what everybody wants to know. And I keep telling y'all this. What they'll end up doing is just releasing some shit and say, here, have it all. This is all the Epstein shit. Because how are you going to know if that's all of the Epstein stuff or not? You're not going to know. So you just got to take their word for it. And once again, we know that the government lies. Excuse me. They lie, and they lie a lot. This is something that we have to always take into account when we're asking our government for something. Also, this is a well-oiled machine. America is a well-oiled machine. It's built off of corruption, slavery, illegal shit, evil shit, sacrificing people, killing people, going to other countries and changing regimes and slavery. Like, this is like, America is not a place where you should be looking for any type of good. America is more evil than it is good. Even though I know a lot of people like to, believe that it's got some hope, even though they put us in a trick bag and make us think about the American dream, the white picket fence, the wife, the 2 cars and the 2 kids and the little fluffy dog. America is not that. If you drive around America and see what America looks like, you start to learn very quick. America is about money, money, money. If you don't have money, then your ass gonna be put in certain classes, and certain classes get frowned upon. Certain things that's going on in America right now, when they talk about like repositioning the financial banking system and crypto and stuff like that, all of this shit is about money, more money, more money. If you ain't got no money, your ass can't really function in America. Every time you walk outside in America, you got to spend some money, some gas money to go to to just drive around, go to the store, go to football games, basketball games, grocery stores, movies, buy some shoes. Anything you do in America, when you leave your doorstep, you're going to spend some fucking money. And they got it set up like that. That's all America is about. I just don't see them doing anything with Obama. And like I said, I could be wrong. It could actually be a new day, a new time, a new coming. But we ain't seen not one person that was supposed to have been to jail actually go to jail. I ain't seen it. I ain't seen, like I said, Hillary Clinton on some emails. And then when they do decide to arrest somebody, it's like this no-name motherfucker that you ain't never heard of before that just taking the fall for something. And they only give him 3 years on some shit that, oh, this is treason. You can get life for this, or you can go to Guantanamo Bay for this. But he only get 3 years, and then he get time served or something. Like, we get played so crazy as Americans that we think there's some good in America. There is no good in America. Y'all got to start changing your mind and understand us as American citizens. We need to come together, put down all the racist shit, all the stuff that keep us divided, and actually come together and fight together so we can actually get this world, this country, the way that suits the American people and not just the elite people. It's crazy that we have 5 or 6 families that dictate what go on in America. A handful of billionaires, they can say, hey, you know, this global warming is the thing. We finna go in and block out half the sun. What? That's what Bill Gates said. He want to build something to block out half the sun because of global warming. First of fucking all, I thought you dealt with computers. Secondly, who put you over this type of shit to say that we okay with you thinking that you could just go block the fucking sun out? That is some weird shit, but people are doing it. People are saying these things and doing these things, and people just go along with it. Like I said, I could be wrong. I don't think Obama's going to go to jail. I don't think Michelle's going to go to jail. I don't think Hillary Clinton's going to jail. I don't think we're going to hear nothing else about this. I really think this is just a cover up for the Epstein bullshit, right? So the next thing we're going to talk about, and y'all make sure y'all like the video, make sure y'all share the video. We're going to be talking about this Anthony McNeil stuff, this police brutality. Do y'all think it was police brutality, or do you think it was justified? I'm going to say it again. Do you think it was police brutality, or do you think it was justified? We're going to play the video, and I'm going to give my 2 cents on what I seen, and we're going to play the video of that and of the police chief and what he had to say about everything.
Breaking news, the other side of the story of this footage has released. Check this out.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason why you're popping the door open like that?
I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason that you're pulling me over?
Yeah, absolutely there's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. 2 things, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight. I don't need the lights. And it's not weather. It's not raining.
Oh, this is inclement?
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
27, 35. I'm properly driver. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle.
No.
Step out of the vehicle. 25 seconds. For 9-4, the driver just slammed the door and locked it. I've already told you. Okay. Right now you're under arrest for resisting. You understand? You're under arrest for resisting. The longer you take us on, the worse it's going to be. Open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. I'm about to break the window. I'm about to break the window. All right, go for it. Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands. Here.
1033 at 16:21 hours.
Step out. What is your reason? No, don't touch it.
Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
Wait until you hear what can't be discussed on cases like this and what is intentionally meant.
So I'm waiting on this other video to load. I had the bigger video, but I'm going to see if it's going to load. But while that happened, let's see what the police chief has to say real quick. Oh, I got it loaded. Hold on. Let's play it real quick. Let's play a replay.
I don't need the lights, and it's not weather. It's not raining.
This is
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
27, 35. I'm property driver. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle.
No.
Step out of the vehicle. 25 seconds. For 9-4, the driver just slammed the door and locked it. I've already told you. Okay. Okay. Right now you're under arrest for resisting. You understand? You're under arrest for resisting. The longer you take us on, the worse it's going to be. Open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. I'm about to break the window. I'm about to break the window. All right, go for it. Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle! Show me your hands. Here.
1033 at 1521 hours.
What is your reason? No, don't.
Oh man. So seeing that part right there, it's like, what is the police supposed to do? Are we going to just sit here and wait like 5 days for you to actually open the door, hand me your license or whatnot? Or am I just going to break the window and do what I just did to you? Also, I don't understand why people think they have if you're not going to die about something at that point in time, your best bet is to cooperate much as possible with the police. If you ain't finna pull out no gun and just fire off on the police, I don't understand what you just sitting in the car recording yourself is going to do. You're not protecting yourself. You letting them punch you in the face. I think all of that, to me, from watching this, was very dumb. Let them slam your face on the ground. Nah, I'm not doing all that. Hey, I'm gonna try to do much as I can so we can avoid those situations, because if you ain't finna pull out that fire and actually fight for your life and stuff like that, because you just never know. They could have slammed you on the ground. The way they push your head on that, you could have been another George Floyd. You could have broke your neck or anything. So I'm just not going to put myself in a position to just sit in a car, let them break a window, and then have 6-7 other guys or other police around to do something to me like that. That's just not what I'm going to do. But that's my thought. But let's listen to what the sheriff had to say.
Social media is not reality. One video clip devoid of context can be very misleading. Given that McNeil never brought this incident to JSO's attention, but rather pushed the cell phone camera footage that he had in his possession since March 5th out on social media, one can only assume, and I'm saying I assume, that he intended to inflame the public. The administrative process is still ongoing, and as such, I will neither defend nor commend Officer Bauer's response to resistance until all the facts are known and the investigation is completed. However, as the leader of this agency, I will not remain silent while important facts and information are buried to advance an anti-police agenda. The truth is, William McNeil Jr. was non-compliant with JSO officers within 21 seconds after he was stopped for multiple civil infractions. His non-compliance quickly rose to the level of criminal resistance to a police officer. McNeil was arrested and pled guilty to resisting a police officer without violence. Force absolutely looks ugly. And because all force is ugly, whether or not the officer involved acted within outside JSO policy, that's still what we're investigating.
Now, I'm going to ask y'all this. Do y'all think it's policy just to punch a motherfucker in their face when they just sitting there? Like, if he just sitting in the car not doing anything, you could punch him. Now, I get it. You could pull him out, put him in handcuffs. He's resisting arrest. But even the punches outside of the car when they were punching him in his face, do y'all think that was warranted too? Do y'all think they teach that in police academy? I just don't see how those things were needed for somebody that actually was not fighting you back, wasn't throwing punches, wasn't trying to headbutt, spit, kick. He wasn't trying to do anything. He just said no, he wasn't getting out of the car. Like I said, breaking the window, pulling them out. Okay, cool. Putting handcuffs, he resisting arrest. Okay, cool. But the punching and stuff like that, I think that was excessive. I think that was too much. I don't know if they teach that there, and I guess the police officer, sheriff, is not going to go into detail as if tell us if they were trained to actually do those type of things. I doubt they are trained to do that. I think those people that were punching him in the face have gotten away with a lot of punches to the face. They just seem so casual, so innocent, so at ease. It looked like those punches are from people that I've punched motherfuckers in the face before while I was on this job. Like those, it just seems simple and easy and, repetitious, if I would have to say. So when I'm looking at this video, I think they could have done better. The only thing is, like I said, when you start resisting, quote unquote, resisting arrest, because I do think the idea of you getting pulled over because of you didn't have your lights on is crazy, because of inclement weather. Like, I guess that's a judgmental thing. Inclement weather. It didn't look like it was raining outside. It might have been cloudy, but that doesn't, like, because as a matter of fact, let's see what inclement weather means. I'm gonna ask you. Inclement weather. Inclement weather refers to severe or harsh weather conditions that can disrupt daily life, create hazardous situations, or pose risk for safety and property. It typically includes weather events like heavy rain, snowstorms, hurricane, high winds, and extreme temperatures. What the fuck does extreme temperatures mean? See, like this, like I hate laws like that. That's all about judgment, because I might think it's fine for me to drive in and I'm gonna have to turn the lights on. And it says it typically includes weather events like heavy rain. It wasn't raining outside, wasn't a snowstorm, wasn't a hurricane. I don't know if the winds were high. And then it says extreme temperatures. Like this, when it say extreme temperatures, that mean hot extreme temperatures or cold extreme temperatures. Like I don't know what that means. Inclement weather is a significant factor in construction planning, often causing delays and increased costs. Yeah, I think for them to just say, "Oh, inclement weather," because I have seen signs on the highway, the yellow sign that say "Turn your lights on when it's raining" or "Turn your lights on during inclement weather." But like I said, all of that is based on my judgment. I might be fine with my lights off. And I guess it's supposed to be safety for others, but who's to say that you actually being safer with me having my lights on? Because people still be having wrecks and driving crazy as hell when you see them on the highway. They be driving crazy as hell. So like I said, I don't think this was warranted. The punches to the face was excessive. I think people should be outraged at this because, hey man, I'm sitting in my car. You just gonna deck me in the fucking face like that? I just don't understand why we just think we just supposed to sit in the car and nothing's supposed to happen to us. And then they also found weed and he did plead guilty. No, just because you admit to guilt sometimes, you probably taking a lesser charge and you just want some of the shit to be over with. And you might have got bad counsel. You might have had a public defender. It could have been a lot of factors to why you pled guilty to this, because I think this video should have been released around the time that you had went to trial, because that would have been in your favor. Because I think most people would say, hey, this man's sitting in the car. Y'all should be punching him in the face. I think most people would agree. I don't think nobody would say that. But at the same time, I don't believe in making the police escalate certain situations. And I think that's kind of what he did. When you shut the door, said you're not going to get out and you're not going to show license and stuff like that. Even though it is bullshit to be saying, hey, I'm stopping you because you ain't had your lights on during inclement weather. I think that's bullshit. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. So the last thing we're going to talk about is being baby mamaed at the age of 40 plus. And the reason we're talking about this because they had I've seen a lot of articles and stuff talking about more women in their 40s are having babies more than women in their 20s, right? And the reason we're talking about this is because if you know anything about health and pregnancy, and the reason I know about this is because I have 2 children, and me and my wife went through a bunch of classes each pregnancy. And doctors would typically advise you to try not to have children in your 40s because after 35, we'll call it geriatric pregnancy. Now, I know words. I don't know why the fuck y'all be coming up with new words and terms all the time. Now you got to call it high risk. This it's not cute to call it geriatric anymore. So now you got to call it a high risk pregnancy and these terms and shit. And they do that to keep us confused and on our tippy toes, and have some people always upset. You're not supposed to say that. Like when Beyonce said spaz. I remember we were saying spaz when I was growing up, but now spaz is an ableist term. Like you can't say spaz because there's a term that means something about disabled people. Oh, shut the fuck up. I get so tired of y'all switching terms and shit like that. It really do piss me off. But that's the time we live in. Spaz is not a derogatory term. Spaz out, we call it crashing out now, but back when I was growing up, people say, yeah, you're about to spaz out on your ass. Not necessarily talking about you are disabled or anything like that. But when I was going through these classes, they was talking about geriatric pregnancies and how after 35 you're considered geriatric, and how high risk it is, and how your eggs are falling, and being able to carry your baby, and health conditions, and being diabetic, what you call a gestational diabetes, and all of these other little things. The elasticity in your body, your coochie don't bounce back like it's supposed to when you're older too. If you get split from the rooter to the tutor, these are things that they actually told us in class that it's not very wise to have children at this this age. But we're going to watch this video of this lady talking about her having children at this age. And I'm going to go through the comment section and so y'all can see how many women are talking about they were 40 plus having children and going through IVF and being baby mama and all of this weirdo shit that they decide to do. Let's go.
The grown woman's teenage pregnancy. This is my first baby. I conceived her naturally and surprised at 46, honey. This is the grown woman's teenage pregnancy. What do I mean? Well, you heard that it could happen, maybe, but doctors and Google really kind of make you feel like it ain't gonna happen.
Girls, comment below if you had your over 40 teenage pregnancy.
This is my first baby. I conceived her naturally and surprised at 46, honey. This is the grown woman's teenage pregnancy. What do I mean? Well, you heard that it could happen, maybe, but doctors and Google really kind of make you feel like it ain't gonna happen.
Girls, comment below if you had your over 40 teenage pregnancy.
This is
So this is crazy that we seeing this woman right here talking about what you call it. So let's go through the comments. I definitely had a teenage pregnancy at 40. That's my 20 and 19-year-old in the playpen and my 10-month-old Ethan Cooper. I don't know if can y'all see these pictures? Let me make it bigger. Can I make it bigger? Hold on. I want y'all to be able to see these comment sections. Ugh. Okay, cool. Y'all might see that. Let's go. I had all 3 of my kids after 40. First pregnancy in life and first baby was at 42. My second baby was born at 44, and I had my baby girl at 45. I nursed every single day for 6 years from 42 to 48 with my stair-step babies. Then hit pre-menopause. It's crazy. My first and only baby surprised at 43. I'm 50. My 6-year-old girl is my one and only, conceived naturally. My cycle is still going strong. This is crazy that they do this. I wonder how I make these comments bigger. Oh shit, there you go. Y'all can see that. My first baby via IVF at 42. This is crazy. Was 42 when he came 3 years ago. Now a single mom at 45, and he's the best surprise ever. LOL. Being baby mama at 42 is crazy. It's crazy. You dodged 4 generations to become a baby mama and then had to raise this kid, and put this person back in society. Just think about if you had like some health conditions at 50 and you died, and everybody that was, close to your parents are dead now. Like, just who's going to take care of this child? Like, we missed so many steps trying to put off what nature calls us to do. This whole thread gives me hope. Laugh my ass off, because I said I ain't giving birth till 40. I had a baby at 16 and then 45, 30 years apart. What's normal? Y'all know this is the thing between women, the difference between women and men. Men understand the general rule, and women always try to be the exception. They don't try to be they try to be the exception. They try to quote unquote call themselves or deem themselves special. Pregnant with my first at 46, 47 when he was born, natural. I was 51 when I got pregnant, and it was a shock. I mean, a real shock. I did. Oh my God. I had my third baby at 43. I have a 26, 22, and a 1-year-old plus 3 grands. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Just reading this. Let's see. First and only at the ripe age of 46, and she's perfect. She was conceived naturally, and I had a great pregnancy. Made the mistake of looking at my records on my doctor's monitor screen and saw geriatric pregnancy, and I was like, crying face. Yeah, that's what it's called, but I guess, geriatric don't sound cute. So I had twins at 30. Tried again at 42 with fertility treatment. Nothing. I got naturally and pleasantly surprised pregnant at 43. Gave birth at 44. The way people gave me the side eye, you would have thought I was a teen. Got my over 40 teen pregnancy and got a 2-for-1. I guess you got twins. First and only delivered at 43. Now I'm a proud 50-year-old mommy of a 7-year-old. Missing parties because I don't have a... Hold on. I know you ain't talking about still partying at fucking 50. Missing parties because I don't have a sitter because all my friends' kids moved out already. And see, this is the issue. A lot of these women are putting off pregnancy too, because if you just listen to these comments and listen to that lady talking, I don't think they're mentally developed. I think they're actually mentally still like 20-year-old women. And I know that's sad to say, but when I hear a 50-year-old woman talking about missing parties, like, baby, you just had a kid at 43. You should have partied all your life. You should have had parties. Had a baby at 36, and they considered it geriatric pregnancy. I was in the best shape of my life. I hated that word every time it was said. See, women in words is what it's called. You're geriatric. Your ass old as hell. My coworker was planning to be an empty nester after having 3 kids, 27, 24, and 17. Her youngest is 17 and getting ready to graduate high school, and now, bam, she's pregnant at 45. She said she put her husband in a headlock and was fussing at him. When I worked with Wick, I had a client that had her first baby at 50 and her husband was 70. This baby just gonna grow up with dead parents. That's crazy. My friend had a baby at 50. Don't play, y'all. Don't play, y'all. Stay on that birth control until menopause, or you gonna get your tubes tied. Now we are 64 and she has a 14-year-old. I got grandkids older than that. And that's another thing that's revealing. These old bitches, they be fucking. These old bitches be fucking. I say fucking. And then the thing about it, who y'all think really getting these old bitches pregnant? It be the YNs. It's the YNs getting these women pregnant. I'm 44 with a 3-year-old toddler that's going on 30. And it's different races of women. It ain't just black women. It's different races of women on this comment. My first and only got pregnant at 42, had her at 42. Now I'm 47 with a 4-year-old. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Some of these babies kind of look old too. I don't know if the egg was old or rotten or whatever, but some of these babies look old as shit. Well, I guess you probably might age a little bit quicker if you got a mama that's damn near 50 years old. Like she can't play or do nothing. You are there, you in the house with your mama watching Matlock and shit. My first at 20, a couple more in my 30s, but the last one, 41. But she thinks she's the mom of them all. Like, look what she got on. Like the way she's dressed, it's like a young girl. I was 42 when I had my baby. What's crazy is the doctor calling it an elderly pregnancy. Y'all are old. Like, see, that's the thing. That's why they change up these sayings and these definitions, because women don't like these elderly, geriatric. Y'all are old bitches. Y'all still want to stay young forever. Y'all are old. One and only child conceived naturally at 42. Blessed 50-year-old mom of my 8-year-old miracle. Baby at 41, easiest pregnancy, calmest baby. Yeah, that old motherfucker can't do nothing but sit in a rocking chair. That's why it's a calm baby. Yeah, this is like I said, reading these comments, this lets me know right now that these motherfuckers is mentally touched. Like that's what my grandma used to say when I was growing up. When people used to be slow and retarded, they're like, you know, baby, that baby touched. My kids are grown, and I'm worried if I would have energy for my future grandkids. So many beautiful babies to 40 and over mothers. My hat goes off to you all. The way I be needing naps like a toddler, the baby might be raising me. Oh yeah, you go baby raise y'all. Child 40 and again at 45. Y'all be getting baby. None of y'all are saying y'all husbands, y'all got married, y'all, you and your husband was surprised. None of that shit. Damn. None of that. Mom had me at 40, then twins at 42. $45 sperm donor eggs. LOL, I got pregnant at 47. I had been pregnant for months and didn't even know. I thought I was in menopause, and at 50, everything still works. I've been really playing it safe like I'm 17 again. Y'all, it's crazy. Y'all got to play it safe after the baby here. I was told at 29 I couldn't have kids. At 39, almost 40, I gave birth to a baby boy. 39, close enough. The reason I'm reading this once again, like I said, it's just a new phenomenon of all these old women having kids. And like I said, it's because we got this cougar epidemic. We got people, these women want to put pregnancy and marriage and family building off because they want to pursue their careers, and then they get pregnant by these young niggas because you know the old niggas, they like the old nigga sperm probably ain't swimming, and I guess it's partially why some of these babies look old when you look at them sitting around watching Matlock and rocking chairs and shit. No. Uh-uh. This is crazy. Let me see what else we got on here. And the crazy part about it is a couple of these women said they had IVF. Like y'all went and had the doctor put a baby in y'all without the man. I think that's gonna be even weirder to know that your mama wasn't shit, so she had to go to the clinic and tell the doctor to impregnate her. Also, what I will be worried about with IVF, what if the sperm donor ain't the sperm donor you thought you picked, right? And what if it's the like that movie that's on Netflix where that doctor impregnated all them women in that town with his own sperm and ended up going to jail? What if that happens to you? You just think you got a sperm and he's 6'6" and he's smart and all this, but then you get a midget, a baby come out of midget or dwarfism or something like that. Like, you just never know. You're playing Russian roulette with all of this stuff. This is part of when people try to play God or don't do things the natural way. It's scary, the stuff that we're starting to see. But if you're watching, I think that's going to be it for today. If you're watching, y'all make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all share the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, The New Normal Podcast. We on YouTube. We on Rumble. We on TikTok. We on X. And we on Instagram. Y'all make sure y'all watch us and make sure y'all share the video with everybody that you know. It's The New Normal Podcast, and we're going peace.